What issue is this? They've covered up what issue it is because they're. Oh, there we go. It's issue 125, February 2003. You have to specifically go to reward queue. Here we go. So this is PCZone magazine, a now defunct UK PC gaming magazine from the 90s and 2000s. I don't know why camera's just like in a weird place. There we go. That's better. So what are we looking at? Splinter Cell, world exclusive, 6-page review and playable demo. Definitive reviews for SimCity 4, EverQuest The Planes of Power, Combat Flight Sim 3, Civ 3, Play the World, plus Battlefield 1942, The Road to Rome. Personally, I liked Secret Weapons of World War II more. Plus Viet Cong, Tron 2.0, and PlanetSide. I remember PlanetSide being a really big deal. First game of its kind. Thanks, Greg. I wonder if any physical game mags still exist. Yeah, PC Gamer still has a physical release. Not many places stock it. I tend to buy it if I see it, which is sort of like once every 8 months. And the Desert Combat mod, yeah. Yeah, I don't think Virgin Megastores exist anymore either. If there's anything anybody wants me to zoom in on, say it. Like, describe what it is and tell me to zoom in, and I'll try and zoom in on stuff. I'll probably have to turn back a page because of the delay in chat, but it's fine. Hegemonia, Legions of Iron. I have never seen that game before. Battlefield 2 and 2142 are good. You know, they're all different. I'm not gonna say 2042 is any good, especially not when it released or during its development. During its live service life cycle. But it's in a good position now, right before Battlefield 6 releases. Stupid. I don't know what's wrong with them. Anyway, Road to Rome. Nice. How's the color? Here we go. Looking good. Servers are still online. You can still play 1942. I was always bummed that 1943 never got released on PC, even though they said they were going to. Which to me makes me feel like they had a version working and they just pulled resources from that onto Battlefield 3 because it wasn't working great. This looks cool. Battle Engine Aquila. Another game I've not heard of. 100k megabit. That's crazy. The devil's in the detail. Apocalyptia features hellish third-person melee battles. Not heard of that either. Nope. They really liked Laser Squad in this magazine. They went on and on about it for years. Laser Squad Nemesis, which was like an email, used email to send your moves, and it was like a turn-based XCOM you played with other people over the internet. But it used email to send the moves. It's weird. Please ban Imicat. No. Kinda jealous. Your friend? Yeah, read that. Loved that Desert Combat had realistic helicopter controls. Quick skill to fly. Yeah. The flight model in most Battlefield games has realistic helicopter flight. Except, I want to say, for 2. I remember the helicopters being very easy to fly in 2. Much harder in later games. No, I think 3 had assisted as well. Anyway, Vietnam was awful. Yeah. Can I make you a mod? No. Emulation Zone. Ooh, fighting games. Killer Instinct and Killer Instinct 2 by Rare and Nintendo on the arcade. Tolkien PC games. Vice City. X-Files game. Omnicron. Nomad Soul. Vietnam allowed you to play MP3s over the battlefield. You'd get recognized for that at least. There was lots of games that let you dump MP3s in a folder and play them in game. Turn slower, you dingus. Oh, but this is boring. This is boring stuff. This is like opinion pieces and things with like jokes and stuff. It's all boring. We want the video games. Midnight Club 2. Jurassic Park Operation Genesis has nothing to do with Rocket Dinosaur Phil Collins. What? The dev in the top left. You mean the top right? I don't know why I read left. You read right. Oh, my brain. Parent brain. Sorry. Who is that? I believe... Well, we can zoom in, can't we? We can zoom in and find out. It's like the world's hardest to read font. It's Daniel Vara, lead designer at Illusion Softworks. Also, that cigar is not lit. Daniel Vara, yeah. The charts, we'll look at their own charts rather than the paid charts. Oh, the US top 10. Top 3 at all EA games. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is number 1. The Sims Unleashed is number 2. The Sims Deluxe Edition is number 3. Roller Coaster Tycoon is number 2. Backyard Hockey is number 5. Medal of Honor Allied Assault Spearhead is 6. Zoo Tycoon is 7. Age of Mythology is 8. Zoo Tycoon Marine Mania is 9. And number 10 is The Sims Vacation. Good job, the US. Good job. EverQuest 2. I think I get why people were so hyped. They really wanted their MMORPG fantasy fix, didn't they? The Little Shop of Hollywood Horrors. The last time Hollywood tried to marry games with films, nature cried out in pain. Now they're set to unleash another wave of terror upon us. Have they learned from their mistakes, or will it be yet another B-movie nightmare? Adam Phillips investigates. Machinima film, The Devil's Covenant. Oh yes, the Tomb Raiders and the Resident Evils. The original Jolie one. It's kind of crazy how many times they've rebooted it. Oh no, poor Max Payne. Oh, Marky Mark, why did you do this? Why did they do this to poor Max? He's in enough pain as it is. Funny story time. When you watched the first Tomb Raider movie in your small town cinema, they switched up film rolls. What was the result? Did they show the wrong movie? Oh, analog movies in cinema are usually divided into 3 reels. Yeah, so they fit on the projector, right? The result was that the movie started with 1, sudden cut and continued with 3. And then what, you got the end of the movie and the credits and then part in the middle. Oh dear. Did they let everybody watch it again? Did they realize their mistake and give you like free tickets or anything? Or is that just that's just your luck? That's what you get off your pump. You know what? I don't hate the what's his name? Judge Dredd. The 90s one. With Sylvester Stallone. He's got the chin for it. It's not the worst. And the Dredd is a fantastic film if you've never seen it. The one from the 2010s, is it? From? Movies are where a franchise goes to die. I don't know, Judge Dredd's pretty cool. I need to play the early 2000s game at some point. It's a Dredd versus Death. I never played it. Impossible Creatures. I remember this. What a weird game. The original Judge Dredd movie is peak. The one with Stallone. I am the law. You didn't like the new one? I loved the new one. Dredd. Dredd was fantastic. It felt like the comics. Which is great. But I did like the storyline of the original. I liked how it was about Rico and the what do you call them? The chief justices, like making the decision with the cloning program and stuff. That was cool. No, no, it's not serious. It's just as tongue in cheek as the original is, but it's through. Think of it as like it's that same black humor is being shown through the lens of the time it was released. Ross Noble at the top right there. That guy called himself Wizard, and he lives in London. They're all blurry apart from this one, and he's got his hand over his face. It's edgy advertisement. I don't think these are real people. It's black and white too. Not every game in the world is black and white too. I still need to go back to this. The last time I played this on stream, it killed a graphics card. Bullshit, it's a Geordie comedian called Ross Noel. Oh, what a great game. I really want to see where it goes. I was just getting into the part where you like get introduced into the combat system and like not the creature combat, but like the armies part. Yeah, I liked it being more RTSy. I was just starting to enjoy it being more RTSy until my graphics card died. I believe. Oh, I don't know if that's if it exists anymore because of Twitch deleting all the VODs. But there was a highlight of me playing it. I was just teaching my creature to poo in the fields, and then my graphics card died spectacularly with screen gibberish and. You spend a long time making your city pretty and neglecting the creature. If you train him enough in the first few missions, in the first few levels, you can pretty much just let him be autonomous. Like, you teach him to, like, harvest fields and to fertilize them and to water and to, like, help stuck villagers and to, like, deforest and stuff, but also to plant trees. And he just leave him to do it if you reward him enough. It's when you're an asshat and you neglect your creature and then you just find him, like, an hour later just eating a village and throwing them at trees. Black and White 1 made your original GPU explode, so we have that in common. Yeah. Condition 0. Where are you at this point in development? Oh no, an ad break. Go away, ad break. I'm gonna snooze it. Yeah, snooze for 5 minutes. There you go. This Black and White made Peter Molyneux explode. You're not wrong. It's been a while, but now it's firmly back on our radar. Single-player Counter-Strike is nearly finished. Martin Corder is the man with the information the world's been waiting for. Is this the one that's just offline with bots? Or has it still got a vague story? Oh no, Randy Pitchford was there. Trapped in a small room in the LA Convention Center. So what do you think? The words dragged me back to the real world with an embarrassing jolt. Blinking violently, my eyes came into focus on the beaming faces of Doug Lombardi, Director of Marketing at Valve, and Randy Pitchford, dun dun dun, greasy president of Gearbox. Their question hanging unanswered in the ever more crowded room, which happened to be playing host to one of the most exciting games of E3, Counter-Strike Condition 0. So what did I think? Well, apart from being sent into a speechless stupor, a quick glance at my reflection betrayed a grin wider than a celebrity Fat Club contestant. Jesus Christ, the writing in this sometimes. That's not aged well. That was in May 2002. Back then, Condition 0 was looking little short of finished. Its stunning scripted sequences, lifelike AI, and beautiful graphics making it stand out as one of the highlights of the show. Today, 6 months, 2 weeks, 4 days, 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 22, 23, 24 seconds later, and we're still waiting for the release of the single-player version of the world's most popular game, which is set to take you on a worldwide journey of exhilarating missions in a battle against terror. Yeah, it sounds like they're still talking about it being like what ended up being deleted scenes. I think it's still a year away from being released as the cut down, polished, normal Counter Strike with bots and a ranking system built in, which is like the earliest version of what CS:GO was, basically, but still based on the original CS engine. I have not played anything but the original Counter Strike, but I played that from the first days of alpha and beta when there was no default hotkey for the buy menu and nobody knew how to get other guns, so everyone just ran around with pistols and sometimes collected guns from other people who knew how to bind the key console. Yeah. American Conquest. Kind of looks like Stronghold, but themed. Played a bunch of CS 1.4 and CS Source, barely any CS:GO. I played a crap ton of CS 1.4, 1.5, 1.6. A load of CS Source, mostly with friends at that point, CS Source. And then I played a good chunk of CS:GO. It was when I first moved to the Northeast. I didn't know anybody. And I had a self-hosted TeamSpeak that was just open to the public with like passworded rooms. And I found a bunch of French teenagers who were engineering students using my TeamSpeak server to play CS:GO. And I was like, hello, what are you doing? And they were like, oh, you're English. We want to learn English. You want to play CS:GO? And I was like, okay. I know you hate that, Craig. I used to play CS with French teenagers. But that was like 15 years ago. That was a long time ago. And now I play CS with him. Delta Force, Black Hawk Down. The demo of Black Hawk Down was so hard that I pretty much had to memorize the locations of all of the rooftop RPG guys to get through that demo. It was just designed to be impossible, but I did it. PlanetSide. Man, the original PlanetSide, I enjoyed it so much. I feel like PlanetSide 2 was lacking because of all of the guff, all of the pay-to-win guff and the skins and the different, like, the different equipment you could only get if you paid for packs and stuff. PlanetSide 1 was great. So simple and balanced and crazy. Big tank battles. That everybody rubber banding backwards and forwards. Another Vietnam game, Viet Cong. I've not played that one. Single player, isn't it? Looks pretty in depth. Viet Cong was hard as nails. I think I might have a copy. Yeah, I think I've got like a budget release of it that I picked up in a big pack of games. Oh, it's Duality again. We were talking about this when we looked at a previous issue. Is this Duality? Yeah, it is. This never came out. They just had a bunch of pretty art assets. Weird. Weird. All right, we're about halfway through. Splinter Cell. Conquest is literally American. Oh, is it called American Conquest? It's literally reskinned Cossacks for the American market, made by GSC, who would go on to make a little indie game called Stalker. Stalker? Never heard of it. Must be very indie. Damn. Good for CSG. pumping out stuff. I need to go back to playing this game as well. It just got really hard. Missions were taking like entire streams, sometimes more. Oh, it was a lot of fun though. SimCity 4. Very SimCity-y. The Elder Scrolls 3 Tribunal. Far West. Just Far West. It's got kind of RimWorld vibes. Is it man like a corral management thing? EverQuest. Civ. Orb. Strategy game. Space strategy game with hyperspace rings. Got a good review. 75. Entertaining space RTS. Just nothing new. Well, if you're a fan of Homeworld, maybe I give as a fan of Homeworld, I might give Orb a go. Combat Flight Sim. I forgot about Microsoft Combat Flight Sim. I really enjoyed the first one. It had like a fun... Didn't quite take itself too seriously. It had some fun missions and silly music. But Ugly Martians. Martian Boot Camp. What a strange name for a game. I think it's a fighting game. The Chelsea, the official management game. Trying to cash in on that Champ Man money. Patches. New World Order. Yeah, that's literally a game that was trying to be Counter-Strike, but its own thing. It's so grey. It's so grey. Trying to be too realistic. Hey, Datreb. It was so good. I never heard of it. Grey is the new black. It's the online shooters super test. It's a very good game. It just needs players, said Paul Presley on Battlefield 1942. Bloody games press, man. I feel like this is the point in time where they're just beginning to become out of touch. Because they get everything early, they're bored of everything by the time, or have different expectations of things than the general public do, because they have access to so much. Yeah, well, isn't the answer going to be, but they require more players for every single one of them? What did they test? They played Battlefield 1942, Quake 3, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. This looks like the regular game, not enemy territory. Medal of Honor, Allied Assault, Counter-Strike, America's Army, and Unreal Tournament 2003. Excuse me. Being cynical and jaded with video games due to overexposure. Can't imagine that. And the winner is Counter-Strike. Look at this pie chart. Look at this graph. Who's playing what? Here's how many people are playing each game every month. The world over. 1 million people are playing Quake 3. 1 million people are playing Medal of Honor. 560,000 people are playing Wolfenstein. 497,000 people are playing Unreal Tournament 2003. 137,000 people are playing America's Army. 70,000 people are playing Battlefield 1942. And 10 million people are playing Counter-Strike. Done. 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 Quake 3 has 14 players right now. They're probably mostly bots. They got to the point where the bots were so good that they registered as actual players in player counts. Oh, looks like the ad break's over. Sorry for all the people who had to be subjected to that. Medal of Honor has 26, but it's the reboot. Wait, which Medal of Honor game are you talking about? Which Medal of Honor? Which reboot? You mean the whatever it was called, something warrior? Warfighter? The 2010 reboot. Yeah, that's a modern shooter. That's is it Warfighter? There was two, wasn't there? There was just Medal of Honor, and then there was Medal of Honor Warfighter. Just called Medal of Honor TM. Yeah, that's a modern shooter. The last Medal of Honor game that's actually a Medal of Honor game, I think, is Airborne, which was a great game. Just it was so cinematic, and the fact that you dropped in wherever you wanted to, did skill drops like landing on the church towers and stuff, and like finding sniper rifles and things. And you could do the they were, and each level was open ended. You could do the objectives in any order you liked. What a great game! Super cool game. Ooh, Longhorn. This is where my obsession with not ready for primetime operating systems came from. Can't tell if it's... Yeah. Longhorn. It was just super. It was XP, but looked fresh and tasty. And it had the sidebar and the widgets, and it was very like, if Mac can do it, we can do it too. And then Vista was nothing like Longhorn. It was so weird what happened. Anyway, I'm gonna have to do a stream one day where we look at past versions of Longhorn, because I've got a whole bunch of them on DVDs. Widgets are fun, and then they got taken away and replaced with ads. Yep. And then the start menu got taken away and replaced with ads. And then local logins were good, and then they got taken away and replaced with ads. They were so preoccupied with if we could, they forgot to stop and think if they should. I think they were thinking about it, and then somebody threw a brick of money at them. And they went, sure. Games on the go. Games for your Nokia 7210E. Games for your Nokia 7650. Debian lets me local sign in whenever I want without any workarounds. And if you really wanted, you could delete root with the right command and it wouldn't stop you. Whoa. The only mobile in the game you need is Snake. I was looking recently. I have this memory. from when I was very small. My granddad had a new digital watch. It was like a metal watch, the metal segmented strap and just a square metal face with a black LCD. And it was very minimal. Like I don't think it was a Casio because it was so minimal, but it had Snake on it. Like you could like press a button combination and it had Snake, and he just had this digital watch with Snake on. It was so cool. Like it's totally being like completely inflated by the fact that it's such an old memory, that how cool it is. Like I'm sure if I actually saw what the watch looked like real life now and saw how the game played, I would be like, oh yeah, that kind of sucks. But man, that was so fucking it was so cool. Sorry, I'm trying not to swear as much. Yeah, look, the 9700 Pro. Athlon doing the rounds as well. K7 chipset. So that controller is so wonky. What a weird controller. It's like, hey, this will break your system. Are you sure? Please type "I'm sure" in block capitals and press enter. You had a K7T. I had a K7 S5A. Oh, I wonder if it's in here. Oh, I also had my granddad had. I've got it in a box over there somewhere. The A7 N8X. Oh, it's the MX500. People still go crazy for the MX500. Yeah. Ah, the K7S5A, the cheapest of socket A boards. You know it. That AC97 onboard audio codec that worked sometimes. Wait, what? You didn't know? Did you get blocked? My auto mod didn't pick anything up. Oh, just send it anyway. Yeah, just send it anyway. Go on. What I do whenever Twitch is like, are you sure you want to send this? And I'm like, I know for a fact I'm not saying anything awful. I'm just going to send it. Twitch being cunt. See, if Unix can say that, I'm sure you're fine. Ah, okay. Yeah, that might be. Oh dear. It's getting dark in here again. I keep streaming, it keeps getting dark. You can tell that the summer's almost over. I'll probably turn this off now. There was actually a nice even light on it. Sorry, it's a little yellow now. Getting darker and darker. Cheap Chinese board as opposed to good quality Chinese board, because everything from China is China. Anyways, yes, I know what you mean. The guide: how to teach your old games new tricks. Doom modding. J Doom. The Doomsday Engine. I forgot about that. That was back when there was this weird subgroup of Doom people who were like, Let's put 3D in Doom. It'll be great. It wasn't great. No, it wasn't. Everything looked like plasticine men. It was really jank. Doomsday engine with 3D. Oh. Total annihilation. Total adoration. Wow, it feels like a new game. Ooh. This man behind Total Annihilation, Chris Taylor. The more we play TA, the brainchild of Chris Taylor, with Banzai and Tad, the more we love it. No other RTS game offers so much for network players or has such a wide range of tricks and tactics. And it's over 6 years old. You can form alliances with other players before the game even starts. You can share your resources with allies. You can even have the computer share them automatically for you. You can swap your troops and buildings between one another, share map information, share weapon technologies, stack multiple commands and build orders, have your units patrol areas of the map, and head for the repair bay when they get damaged. The new TAD units make everything look and feel like a new game, and Banzai makes it play like one. Once you've got your head around the interface, Command & Conquer feels like a half-wit by comparison. The sequel can't arrive soon enough. Wow, was there ever a direct sequel to the original Total Annihilation? Or is there just what happened to it later on with the IP where you have like Planetary Annihilation and the other letdown games? Yeah, I remember that. The 90s lens flares and all the fireballs that looked bad. Supreme Commander is the spiritual successor, yes. Oh, it's Team Fortress Classic. Oh, Mod Squad. Action Half-Life. Third Reich. Unreal Tournament. Looks pretty polished. Kind of looks like Medal of Honor. Wonder if they ripped assets. Urban Terror. Still being updated, I believe. Project Quantum Leap Professional League. I always liked... Sorry, it's so shiny now, isn't it? The overhead lights suck. Right, let me sort out the lighting with some indirect lighting. I always liked the specialists more than Action Half-Life. Oh, yeah. So it started off with Action Quake, which was a very, very popular mod. It was one of the first multiplayer shooters that, like, modes that added a grapple hook. And then there was Action Quake 2, and Action Half-Life, and I guess Action Doom, which led to the creation of things like the Specialists, which is is it my favorite Half-Life mod? I don't know if it's my favorite Half-Life mod. Natural Selection is pretty top tier. But it's good. Real good. Ah, yes. Demo discs. Praetorians, Viet Cong, Neverwinter Nights, Splinter Cell. Delta Force, Black Hawk Down, Ultra Assault. I like me a shmup with big power-ups. I'm going to have to look at that. Ultra Assault. Oh, it's by Small Rockets. Oh, is it Star Monkey? The sequel to Star Monkey? Or is it before Star Monkey? I'm going to have to write that down. going on the list? Do I have a pen that works? Is the other real question. Nice. We're almost there. We're almost finished the magazine. These tech segments always take a little while, but I enjoy doing them. Exclusives. EVE Online featurette. It was such a pretty game. Ah, you remember Action Half-Life. You thought it was better than CS at the time. Yeah, I get that. It was a lot more fun than CS. CS had... Oops, just tore my magazine by my big stupid thumb. Oops. CS has moments of fun created by the tension and the skill and stuff, but it's definitely a sweaty game. It's not a I'm having fun, this is an enjoyable game. It's a I'm enjoying the competitive nature of this. And if you're not enjoying the competitive nature of it, then it sucks. CS has always been like that. The web zone. Have you hit PCZone.co.uk yet? Look at it now on the Wayback Machine. Ah, the A-list. Nolf 2. Doing the rounds in the shooters section. That's nice to see. Dungeon Siege. I think Rick's playing Dungeon Siege today, isn't he? Science and Industry is also still being updated. There's a since the 25th anniversary of Half-Life update happened. There's a load of mods that have gone back into development because people are like able to play them again and are interested in them and want to give them a little bit of a polish and a spruce up for the new engine. Science and Industry is one. Natural Selection and EvoBot for Natural Selection is another one. I'm sure there was another one that I noticed as well that I was surprised by. No, it's gone. But yeah, you can. There's like a group of people, like 50 odd people that play Science and Industry like once a week during their Discord. Play it on Steam. I'm using the new version. Games that changed the world. Man, they're really bumming off Counter-Strike, aren't they, in this? Sorry. No, it's an early 2000s magazine and my early 2000s language is coming out. I apologize. They are really bigging up Counter-Strike in this issue. Fanboying. Is the word fanboying? Yeah, whatever. Cool, though. Anyway. World exclusive review. Unreal 2, The Awakening. Oh, that's next issue. 1, 2, 6. March. Anyway, that was issue 125 of PCZone magazine, February 2003. Thank you very much for the redeem, Unix and whoever covered him.